So the Severance season 2 is over. Everyone is doing their breakdowns, their what if scenarios, speculations for season 3. I want to have a discussion about Miss Helly or Helliar.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
This whole show is so convoluted. Everyone is loving the drama. I'm not here for the drama. I don't like that drama nonsense. I don't like drama at all, at all, at all, at all.
He ain't lying.
Some people like drama for the sake of drama.
Duh.
Some people enjoy the drama because it's what they're used to when they watch TV shows.
Willingly.
Yes.
Like I said in my previous videos, I love dark matter, paradise. I enjoyed watching The Outer Range. Season 1 was really good. Season 2 was cool, but they went too far with a few things. Sometimes when they show you so good, the director gets too excited. They start doing nonsense. Chop rice. Chop rice.
What do you mean by that?
Just chop rice. Slow it down a bit. You are excited, we know. Statistics has grown of people who are watching your show, but slow it down. Chop rice. Just bros. Bring it down small. No overdo the thing. Bring it down small. Silo season 1 was good. Season 2, not so much. That's how much I can dip off a show when you do nonsense in your show.
Damn, son.
I love watching intelligent stuff. Compelling stuff. Good stories. Whether it's highs or lows drama, as long as it's I don't want to say satisfying ending, but a competent ending. Even if it's a dark ending, it's cool. I mean, I watched Twilight Zone, so some of those episodes were really dark. They had cold endings.
That's right.
I'm actually currently planning to rewatch the invasion or the original invasion of the Body Snatchers, the black and white one, basically.
Nice.
From what I remember, the first time I watched that as a child, that didn't have a happy ending. So it's not like I'm looking for happy endings with all my shows and movies and cartoons and anime and manga and all that stuff. No, but just common sense, competence, intelligence.
That's right.
Like, just because you've written a character a particular way, you can't show a show to a modern audience with intelligent people and make the characters do stupid things. No, people would be like, I beg, show is stupid. They'll dip off. I prefer to watch shows that have a level of intelligence, whether it's fourth wall breaking, whether it's fourth dimensional stuff, whether it's sci-fi, space, ghosts, spirits, past life stuff like Lovecraft County. Lovecraft County or Country? Lovecraft Country.
What does that mean?
You know what I mean. Yeah. Even though Lovecraft was quite annoying at times, it was still a beautiful experience, a beautiful journey. The twists, the backstories, you think it's gonna go one way, but it goes another way. I'm here for those kind of shows. But with Severance, boy.
My name is Mark S. And I have, of my own free accord, elected to undergo the procedure known as severance.
I don't know how they're going to end the series. I hope they know where they're going with the show. You know, normally when you have these interviews with certain showrunners, you ask them how long you want the show to go, or how long did you see yourself writing the show for. Some people, have the balls to be like, I see the show going for 12 seasons.
What?
12 seasons? Yeah. You are crazy.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Here we go.
If I was Mark Scout and Lumen approached me being who I am and what I am, I'm not comfortable with just somebody drilling a hole into my skull. Then you want to talk about it's going to split your consciousness into two? So let's say I'm vegan on the outside, and then after the procedure is done, my innie me might love meat and hate being a vegan.
Yeah, boy.
Just me even visualizing that alone in my head before I sign papers with Lumen, I'm already like, nah, we good. Because that's like a chain reaction of a lot of problems. You could argue right now in the comments and say, oh, trust me, if the money was good and you had debts and this and yada, yada, yada.
Does not compute.
I could argue the other way around. And it doesn't matter. It's only one life, so why not? Yeah, I don't even believe in the soul, so yeah, fuck it. What, soul, consciousness, what is that? Whatever, how much is it? Yeah, sure.
Shut up and take my money.
The chain reactions of problems it's caused in the show, and I imagine other people we haven't seen in the show, they've gone through so much. Like PD dying, well, that's due to the procedure he underwent via the sister. I can't remember the sister's name who, did the thing to his head. So there's that one as well. But even that alone lets me know that this is a permanent procedure, I assume. But the fact that I can't get it undone myself without going to Lumen, and imagine if I felt, you know what, I think I'm done with this procedure. Can y'all take this thing out, or can y'all turn it off or something? In fact, not even turn it off, take it out, because you could tell me you're turning it off. but don't turn it off. You know, you can spin any. Of course, we turned it off. We turned it off yesterday. Before you even emailed us, we turned it off yesterday. How do I know? How do I know y'all turn it off? No. That's why I said in my previous video, you got to be either omega level brave or down in your luck or weak to take the procedure. And I think that's what Lumen does best. I don't see them doing this procedure on people who are sound of mind.
What do you mean by that?
I don't see my brother taking this. I don't see my mother taking this. I don't see my siblings taking this. First of all, my mind already goes straight to saying you as Lumen need this because you will spin anything to make your client comfortable, your subject comfortable, your patient comfortable. Yeah. And it also makes sense the way they were spying on Mark and Gemma. Maybe they're already into food as well, or they did something to certain products that Gemma was already taking. And for all we care, they are the reason Gemma couldn't even carry a child.
Damn, son.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're the main reason. They've probably done some nonsense to the water in a particular neighborhood or particular town where most of the women are infertile. And then because everyone wants to start a family, if you're a couple, you're a husband, you're married, that whole pressure that sometimes some women will go through thinking, the person who carries life can't have children, or I will go through different procedures and whatnot. Dude, I could create any what if scenarios that will deter me from signing papers with Lumen. They're not going to force me. They need me. They need my, is it compliance? They need your permission.
Willingly?
Yes.
So without me giving them my permission, you're fresh out of luck.
Damn.
You are fresh out of luck. So I want to talk about Helly.
Here we go.
I need y'all to help me answer this. The fact that she laid with Mark without Mark knowing that she was the outie, is that considered SA?
What?
And it was under the illusion that we're both consenting, but I didn't tell you I'm not who you think I am, but I'm acting as who you think I am to let you carry on the procedure. I mean, that's already twisted in the first place. I don't even know what she was thinking and what she was going through. Is that a way to hold him hostage when he eventually leaves Lumen? Or is that something she did to spite her father? Do you know what? Oh, man. Boy, anybody who try and tell me Lumen is a good company, they've just gone through some bad things, yeah, you must be spinning. Your mind is spinning. So help me see this, because I'm confused.
Don't ask questions.
You allow someone to think you're someone, then you lay down and copulate with them. You unite, you bond your sensual parts together, right? And Mark thinks she's the innie, but she knows she's the outie. Oh my goodness.
Damn.
What would you guys call that? If the roles were reversed, what is that?
Aha.
If the outie Mark laid down with the innie Helly, but didn't let the innie Helly know, obviously, what would you guys call that? Because I think it's different for some people because it's a woman. I just want to know how you guys feel if the roles were reversed. Outie Mark knows who he is, and we don't know yet. Innie Helly doesn't know. They copulate. Innie Helly is under the impression this is Innie Mark. Then fast forward, the thing happens, and how? Boy, I was baffled. Only for them to fast forward, the whole thing shebang happens. Then Innie Helly finds out because, she's told, Mark tells her, and then he's like, I didn't know.
Well, duh.
That scene was so uncomfortable for me to watch because in my head, I was like, surely that's some level of SA. Or does SA have to involve being physical? Like you're pinning someone down to say, no, this is, nah. That's violation.
He ain't lying.
That is a cosmic violation on so many levels. Cosmic violation. What was Helly's outie intending? What?
Are you not entertained? entertain?
We assume she's single. We don't know she's seeing or dating anyone. We've never heard any discussion between her and her father where it's like, I want you to have more, I want you to have a child, I have a family. Nothing like that. So why, what, it's weird. It's the level of where you don't even care about the people you have working for you. It's that whole puppetry thing. I'm the boss's daughter, so I can do whatever. Even though I've come to your level to partake in the severance procedure just to show the world that it's safe. It's so safe that my daughter is partaking in it as well, you know? So what's her intention? What's her plan? Right now I'm going to lay with this person who I have no affection whatsoever for, only because I saw my innie and the way she kissed him. Woo! I have no desire.
Damn.
I have no liking.
Damn.
It is until after she saw the video of her innie kissing Mark the way she did, then something just switched in her mind. So much so, she had the balls, oh my God, the disorder to parade as her own innie to get Mark to sleep with her. And there was no scene where she said, oh, you got to use a condom, honey. Even if she used condom, what? You tricked me, man. You tricked me. Reverse the roles. If a guy did that, if Mark did that, fully aware as his Audi, what would you guys call that? Talk to me in the comments. Talk to me. Talk to me. You tricked me, dude. I'm surprised Mark didn't lose his shit.
Tired of this shit.
And he did it a second time. Nah. No siree, Bob.
You don't understand.
Yo. I don't even think I'd rise the second time. I wouldn't. Cause my mind would be spinning like, so that means it wasn't you? What? I mean, some guys be like, hey, 2 for the price of 1, hey.
Willingly?
Yes.
I hit that twice. I hit it 3 times. I don't care whether it's the innie, the outie, the lefty, or the righty. Yeah, I guess. But me, Mark is a trooper. Mark is a trooper. So technically that was Saturday. And then he hit again on Monday. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to take this thing seriously, but the more I think about it, the more I realize how screwed up it is. You tricked someone into laying with you. That's bad, man. That is really, really, really bad. No matter what you say, no matter what, in fact, comment section, light it up. Don't bring your fingers. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm curious. Is that SA or is that some level of SA? What is that? What? Where? I can't even talk. You know? Is it? What is it? Help me understand. Help me understand what's going. Let me get a second pair of ears on this. You know, let a brother know what's going on because that is not cool.
That boy is good.
That is not cool at all. Talk to me. I'm curious, peeps. Let a brother know in the comments. Do your thing. Do your thing. That is vile. That is absolutely vile. So let me know what it is. Because I can't formulate whatever plan unless it's to upset the father. But it's such a, whatever reason someone can give for the outie Helly to do that, it's you didn't like this. If there was a hint or a clue that we got earlier, that when Audi Helly was looking at the rap sheet or the files of the different severed workers, and Mark's one was more prominent than the other ones, then we'd say, okay, we could even argue she's looking at Mark because he's the one who's, you know, connected to Gemma, so he's the primary one there. Without him, we can't finish this thing. So we could argue, oh, she's probably looking at Mark because of that. But if there's I like the way he talks, he's funny. If there was a hint like, oh, she might like this dude, cool. There was zero hint. That part of her mind only turned on. That is cold.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
If you didn't watch that video footage, seeing how they kissed, she had that on loop. She was taking it back. She wasn't even disgusted. If you're disgusted, you're not watching that, but I was. You're like, delete the footage. Delete now. If you're not disgusted, you are looking at that more than once. If you're disgusted, please delete that. In fact, don't ever show me that footage again or remove your eyeballs. You watch that multiple times because it was sweeting you. You know, he's such a good kisser, you know. I have ideas. Ideas. I'm thinking, you know, how about we have an outdoor thing? Ideas, you know? Oh my gosh.
Daddy, chill.
What she did is dark. It is vile. It's a cosmic violation, man. Yeah. Cosmic violation. So at this point, she's got to be pregnant, right? Like, how many days roughly was it between the first copulation and then the second copulation?
Don't ask questions.
I'm seeing so many theory videos out there. Even before the theory videos are like, yo, there was no scene of condoms, so she's got to be pregnant. And that's going to cause a whole lot of kerfuffle.
Woo! You don't understand.
That's why I'm like, I don't know how these guys are going to end the show or close off the show. And Lumen, I'm surprised Lumen is still standing.
I'm still standing better than I ever did.
I'm surprised Lumen still wants to go ahead with this thing.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
You're telling me I go through the procedure, my me self is vegan, vegetarian, whatever. And then my innie likes meat. How do you, what if that's the scenario? I mean, they haven't shown it in season 1 and 2, but that doesn't mean everyone in there has had the same. Like the fact that Mark's Audi loves Gemma, and then Mark's innie fell in love with Helly. It's if the love you have, because the memories don't cross over, right? You don't know who Gemma is. You don't have that love. You can fall in, so your innie can fall in love with someone else, and your Audi hasn't even found someone else to date yet because he's still grieving from Gemma's loss. So one could make the argument that once I go through the procedure, I'm vegan and vegetarian, my Audi, and my innie might want to eat meat.
Damn, son.
How Lumen hasn't even put a procedure in place to mitigate that or fix that is amazing to me. How they're still running, money or not.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
And you could use that whole procedure to do some really, really nasty things. You could have someone severed, and let's say they missed a goody two shoes, male or female. And then you propose the idea. Is it propose? You enlighten them with the idea that this is the next best thing to do. Like Altered Carbon, by the way. This show is the process reminds me of Altered Carbon. You convince him it's a good thing to do. You tell him you've done it yourself. Then you go to this special parties, right? Special parties, and the things you know this person's Audi wouldn't do, you convince their innie to do. You record that now. It's game over.
Damn.
You could just blackmail them with the footage. You could have them do, or you don't even let them know. You don't let them know. You're like, yeah, this Mr. Goody Two-Shoe or Mrs. Goody Two-Shoe in their Audi, but when come weekend, you activate the innie, they're doing special parties. Special parties.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, I'm surprised Lumen is still standing. I'm surprised no one has dropped a bomb on them dudes.
Damn!
No one has done some special sniping. Nothing. Yeah. Sleeping with an employee, acting as her own innie, and then knowing what that's going to do to the company or to the father once that's if the show goes down the route of she's pregnant. But yo, she had intercourse twice. She's bound to be pregnant. She's just, yeah, you're bound to be carrying a baby twice. So when they went to the outside, the snow resort thing, first intercourse, then I don't know how many days it was between that one. When they came back into the Severance building, she was now her innie, intercourse again. I didn't even know how she did that because she hey. There was a few scenes in season 1 that was making me think there's something about this chip once it's active, the splicing of the mind, right? It's like the innies act teenage like, or you could say like the inner child, inner child-ish, the innocence, the freedom, the joy, or I don't know, because when Helly got brought in, when we started the show with Helly on the table, she really wanted out ASAP. So I don't know if that's what everyone went through. I've forgotten if that was the case, meaning Mark went through the same thing, Irving went through the same thing, everyone, even Bert, everyone, no matter how old or young you are, they all went through the same thing. But I was thinking to myself, I wonder how bad this procedure is, so much so that the daughter of of Jane or Jame wanted to leave ASAP, so much so. So I was like, okay, so how good can this procedure be that your daughter wants, she was she was resistant to it. Resistant to it. So how do you then explain the innie wanting to do certain things? That's why I was saying certain dialogues they were having, I was like, it feels like they're all not children, but teenagers. They don't operate in their adult mind per se. Certain things like the waffle party being the highest perk you get. I don't know if any adults would be happy with that. So it's like they're appealing to their inner child. I don't know. I could be wrong. I mean, everyone has 1,000 theories out there, and I don't want to theory craft and theory build. I just want to stick to what the show is showing. But I'm still shocked that Lumen is still standing. They should have been shot down a long time ago.
Don't ask questions.
Homeboy had sexual intercourse twice with one being. And the fact Haley Innie was like, I didn't like the fact that Haley Audi got to do it without my consent. So I want to do it again, but with my consent.
What?
Nah. That didn't make sense to me, boy. I thought she'd be like, yeah, turn it off.
Give this man a shield.
Maybe there's a theory out there that the splicing activates your innocence and teenage mind.
Does not compute.
Right? So when Mark was laying down with Haley's innie, weren't they worried about pregnancy? Like, where would they live? You have children, you get married. Let's see the whole plan through. Where are they going to live? You who are under the spell of this chip, where do you see yourselves living? It's like none of them have sat down to really think about the procedure properly enough. It's close to someone telling me I was drugged recently and I have no recollection of what I did. But there's a video showing me that I laid with multiple women that day.
Damn, son.
That's how my brain is interpreting it. And then now that I'm fully aware of that information, I don't feel comfortable laying again. I just don't know how Haley pulled it off. Because you could say she was drugged. Her body, she was drugged and she wasn't. If you're going to, since, this is what I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, Lumen is so screwed up. It's like she was drugged, did the thing, and now that the drugs wore off, yeah, I'd like to do it again, but this time undrugged and that I'm aware, I'm in control. I want to be the one. Nah. I mean, love is love. Who am I to challenge and question what love is? You like something, you see someone, you like him, you fall in love, cool. But I think it happened so quick, especially copulation. Mark didn't resist like, hey, yo, we just straight up. Or maybe it's a metaphor or allegory for, love is beautiful. Just go for it and don't waste time and don't overthink it. Don't delegate. Don't hesitate. If you want to make love, make love. Two people like each other so much, you can have sex ASAP. I don't even feel I have the right to tell someone, oh, you should wait a little while. Who the heck am I? Who on cosmic earth am I to tell someone, wait a month, wait 2 months, wait a year, wait half a year, wait 2 years before you have sex? No.
Not my problem. That's just not my problem.
There's got to be something going on with the splicing, because that safeguard we would normally have to an extent on our Audi self doesn't seem to be working the same way it would. It doesn't seem to work in the same way for the innies it would for us on the Audis. Because me personally, I'm not comfortable just laying with someone that I like just like. I mean, again, everyone's to each their own, everyone's different. But just the fact that I already got this procedure done, my mind is already like, so for all I care, I'm just laying with chicks in... I'm laying with ladies in the severed world for all I care. But because I don't want to have it in my mind, yeah, whatever. As long as I'm getting paid, cool.
Does not compute. Does not compute. Does not compute.
Anyway, I think I'll leave it here for now. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Haley's Audi laid with Mark. Mark then found out, and then Haley's innie found out. And then she chose to do it again. Well, not again, but she chose to do it, but this time because she's aware. She said, I don't like the fact that that experience happened and I wasn't me, and I want to be me when it's happening. So let's do it again. And you are telling me there was no thought in their mind that this can cause pregnancy? I mean, you could, they could find out, where Haley's Audi could find out and be like, I'm carrying. Terminate this mother.
Damn.
Yeah, easy. They probably got a special Lumen procedure that will do it quicker than usual.
He ain't lying.
I cannot lay with someone I just met a number of days ago. We can kiss. Yeah, I like you. You like me, but sex? Twice. Oh my goodness. And the first time I thought you were you, but you weren't you. Then the second time you're you and you say you want to do it, knowing you're you. Me, who then thought you were you the first time, I'd be like, yo, let's wait a little bit. Let's wait a little. You know, what if you got pregnant? At least have that conversation. What if you got pregnant? Do you bring a condom? Because I didn't bring a condom the first time around. What if you got pregnant?
Don't ask questions.
He didn't even think, just apply that. What if you got pregnant? And then how would my Audi feel? You have a baby?
Don't ask questions.
Nah, I'm good, son. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know. Because, bruh, shit. This thing was in my mind for a while. Like, now I got to hit record on this shit. Let me know in the comments. Let me know. I have been your one and only multipotentialite, neurodivergent host,
the Cosmic Jedi.
Signing out.